In the following video, a man named Nick is taking care of his sick grandmother when one night he sees this. Now, it's important to note that Nick's grandma has Alzheimer's, which often causes her to stand around and see things that don't appear to be there. But as she stands there, something happens that Nick can't explain. While taking this video, this is captured. Take a look. Apparently, something that was on top of the fridge had fallen over. It falls all of a sudden, which Nick says is made creepier by the fact that his grandmother's dog was growling. But this incident gets a whole lot strange when Nick shows what exactly fell from the fridge. Take a look.
So this is in response to last night. My grandma loves to collect little figurines. One of my grandma's little angels fell off the fridge last night. See how far back they are. Genuinely.
If the mini statue was sitting far back on the fridge, then just how exactly did it tip over? Nick has no clue. But after watching this clip many times, he notices something pretty freaky.
Honestly, I'm a bit in disbelief. No, I'm pretty sure it's just a plug-in charger. I brought my girlfriend Claire here so she can help demonstrate. But can you try to step in front of that? And so it just does that. Move away. So that comment says that the Roomba doesn't do that unless someone's in front of it. My question is, like, it is kind of creepy with a smiley face and everything. Even when it gets to the edge, it does that.
Now, looking back at Nick's video, one can see that the Roomba does the same back and forth motion as if someone were standing in front of it. But the question is, just what exactly was in its way to Nick? The Roomba might have been sensing something. Now, this is where things start to get pretty creepy because ever since then, Nick has been feeling immensely uneased by the kitchen space. Considering that his grandmother has no other TV in the house except here, he has no choice but to watch near the kitchen. But one night, while watching alone, this happens.
So, I was watching my show, and after last night, I'm definitely not leaving these lights off. But I was watching my show, and there's nothing there.
There's no Roomba in sight to explain the dog's behavior. Both dogs are staring at something even though nothing is there. And it's the fact that they're looking at the kitchen that makes this even more unsettling. Now, it's worth noting that Nick's grandpa, who passed away last year, had once told Nick that he thought he'd seen his grandmother standing in the kitchen one night with the lights off. But apparently, he was wrong because after looking closely, no one was there. It's for this reason, among others, that Nick is scared of the kitchen. But this wouldn't be the final reason because on the same night he recorded this, the following happens.
After putting away the dogs, he immediately films again after being startled by the ice maker, which was going off at this time. But as he records, this happens. Watch.
Watch. Yo. Oh, that's cool. Somehow, after just following Nick around the living room, the Roomba flips over. Despite there being nothing in its path, it does a complete 180 as if someone or something had forcefully turned it over. Freaked out, Nick stops recording and immediately shares the video online after posting the previous one. And like before, many comments point out things that he didn't notice initially. For one, the Roomba was already acting strange earlier. Unlike before, the Mini Hoover was moving in a straight path, which is uncommon for vacuums of this kind to do. And second, it didn't pause and turn around when it sensed the stair's edge. Earlier, we can see the Roomba doing just that. But here it doesn't. If what occurred before hadn't disturbed Nick, then surely this incident has. Not much else has happened since then. But for now, like most videos, this one remains a mystery. Video, you can see the dash cam footage of a parked vehicle in the middle of it. October day in 2014. From the audio, it's clear someone is inside the car, as you can hear the window rolled down followed by the driver saying how creepy something is, and that's when you realize what the driver is talking about, as you can see a man wearing a disturbing looking mask walk around the vehicle. According to the driver, there were 5 others with the same mask on, not visible from the dash cam. Though even still, it's clear the driver thinks it's a joke, as you can hear her laughing, but that's when the masked men break one of the car's windows and proceed to rob the driver of all her valuables. The whole, while horrifying screams from the driver can be heard.
Consumers are facing during the decline in the U.S. economy. The Internal Revenue Service may now be
so creepy.
settlement for consumers that back
Where'd you get it?
This may result in back taxes being reduced by thousands of dollars. An open phone line for the
Where did you get them?
tax helpline for
Come here.
consumers to call and see if you qualify for this.
What are you doing?
Ensure your financial stability during this
What
decline.
did you get out of the car?
Take down this number now. 800-639-9690. That's 800-639-9690. If you owe back taxes to the IRS, there's no need to pay anymore. The IRS will now be accepting reduced settlements.
This footage was taken in the middle of the night in a desolate field located in Saudi Arabia. Almost right away, you can see as the driver is slowly approaching a white figure that looks to be holding a cane off in the distance. As the footage progresses, the white figure starts limping towards the vehicle, and after a few seconds, the driver can be heard panicking. After a while longer, the figure continues to move towards the driver, and now obviously terrified, the driver can be heard yelling commands at the figure that can basically be translated to back up and get away from my car. Near the end of the video, the figure can be heard making a shrieking noise directed at the driver. The video itself is no doubt disturbing, and it's still unclear what the driver had actually caught on video that night.
This next footage takes place on a dark and isolated road. It starts out with nothing out of the ordinary, when just as the car rounds a bend, an out-of-place figure wearing a suit with a briefcase and an umbrella comes into frame, and directly after another identical man can be seen. The men would retreat into the long grass, where suddenly it's clear there are multiple men looking identical to each other. They seem to have been startled by the vehicle, as if they had been caught, when suddenly further down the road, yet another figure can be seen, this one holding a flare. It's still unclear what happened next, or what the driver truly witnessed that night, though many believe the driver had drove right in the middle of a cold, taking part in a ritual of some sort in this. In this first video, the dash cam footage from a truck caught the exact moment an ambush took place. The video clearly shows as multiple people alongside the highway use an improvised roadblock made of tree branches to force drivers to stop. The people responsible were multiple illegal immigrants angered by a recent demolition of a makeshift camp they had set up. As soon as the truck stopped, they would climb the guardrail and throw multiple sticks, rocks, and even lumps of concrete at the driver. Luckily, the driver would make it past the roadblock, though he would claim that in the moment he feared for his life. And unfortunately, he would receive multiple wounds from items thrown through the windshield that would ultimately require him to seek medical attention. This footage takes place at 1:30 a.m. on a Sunday, and it features dash cam footage of a car traveling along a quiet stretch of road in the country. As the car approaches an intersection, a hooded man can be seen standing with his head bowed in the middle of the road. As the car gets closer, the man can be seen attempting to walk in front of it, forcing the driver to stop. And that's when the man can be heard screaming as he lunges towards the car, which of course would force the driver to step on the gas and get out of there. Driver claims that after the encounter, he would frantically try to call and warn his wife who was traveling on the same road about a minute behind him. Unfortunately, he wasn't quick enough, which would cause his wife to experience the exact same encounter. To this day, the couple claims they were unsure of whether the man was trying to rob them, take their cars, or hurt them in some way.